Hey guys, this is Wolf from Wolfpack Airsoft, and today I bring you the Echo1 ASC, or Advanced Squad Carbine Mk16, also known as the Scar L. This gun is awesome, guys. This is very affordable for a Scar. If you've looked at Scars on the Airsoft market, most of them are really expensive. I got this one for $170, which is a great price for a Scar. Another great feature about this gun, guys, is that it's short. Compared to the AK I came off of, it's extremely short, especially if you don't put that barrel extension on there. And it's really versatile, but it packs a great punch. It's surprisingly lightweight, even though it's got a lot of metal build here, which makes it feel really durable. And I just like those features. Short and lightweight makes it extremely versatile in all kinds of situations. So let's get into what the gun came with right out of the box, because it surprised me as soon as I opened it. So let's check it out. Alright guys, let's check out the contents of this gun. So, right out of the box, of course, there was the gun and the instruction manual, but it also came with a cleaning / unjamming rod that's made for this gun. It came with a foregrip, which you can see I have mounted on the bottom rail of the gun. It came with a battery. Now this is an 8.4 volt, 1200 milliamp hour brick type battery. So guys, I would recommend upgrading this battery. Throw a 9.6 volt in there and you're going to get much higher power and rate of fire out of it. So a 9.6 volt is going to be better. Just upgrade this battery. But it's great that this gun comes with its own starting battery until you can get another one to upgrade. So that's a good feature. It also comes with a barrel extension. Now this isn't something you see in every gun. This is a nice feature. I'll get into it in more detail later, but basically you can remove this flash hider, put the barrel extension on, and it adds about 3.5 inches to your outer barrel, and you can put the flash hider back on the other end of it. Another thing this gun came with was a magazine. Not one, but two high-capacity M4 magazines. Both of these are metal on the outside. This one is a 500 round capacity magazine, and this one is a 300 round capacity magazine. So that's really nice. You don't have to spend as much money getting more magazines in the future. And now let's jump right into the rifle. So, starting from the front and working our way back, this gun has on the front the orange tip, or the removable flash hider. So like I mentioned before, you can unscrew this thing. It's actually held on by glue that's on the threads. So if you soften up that glue with some hot water or whatever, you can unscrew this flash hider and put on the barrel extension that I showed you before, and then put the flash hider on the end of that barrel extension, which raises this to a full-length barrel, giving you that longer look for like the outdoor rifle. If you remove it, it's more of the CQB length, which is a shorter barrel for those close quarters situations. So either way, that's a great feature that you can adjust the length of that barrel. Next up is the outer barrel. What you can see, the outer barrel is mostly covered by the front sight here, but it's full metal. So you have a full metal outer barrel on the gun, which makes it difficult to break off the end of that thing. It also has a full metal front sight. Now this front sight has some great features. There's a button on the left side, guys, that you press to flip the sight down. So this sight is folding. It goes up or down depending on whether you want an optic there. Because if you put a red dot or a scope right here on this top rail, you can see the front sight's going to be right in the way of you aiming down that sight. So if you flip the front sight down and the rear sight down, you can easily mount an optic down it and aim down that optic a whole lot better. So the front sight's flipped down for ease of mounting an optic. This front sight, not only is it metal, but it's adjustable. There's a tip right there in the middle of it, which you can use a tool to turn it, which raises it. So this is an adjustable folding sight. Next we have sling adapters. There's tons of sling adapters on this gun. There's a total of 5. So the first two are right here, right behind the front sight. One is on the right side of the gun and one is on the left side of the gun, depending on if you're right or left-handed, how you want to orient that sling. Moving back from that, we have all the rail space on this gun. The gun has this full metal top rail that runs from basically the stock to the front sight, which is an awesome amount of rail space. You can throw on all kinds of attachments, scopes, and optics. Then it's also full metal, this top rail. Then you've got 2 side rails, one on the right side, one on the left side for your PEC boxes, lasers, whatever you want to throw on there, and plenty of room for attachments with this bottom rail as well. So all the rail space of this gun is just a great feature for attachments if you want to throw anything on there. Next up would be the bolt, which is on the right side of the gun. You pull the bolt back to expose the hop-up unit, which is right in there, and it's adjustable to adjust the accuracy and the distance your gun shoots. Another thing is, when you pull it back, it moves it on the left side of the gun. So the bolt can be unscrewed and screwed onto the left side, which is a completely ambidextrous bolt. So this system works either way, whether you're left-handed or right-handed. You can change that over to the other side, and it's functioning on both sides of the gun. So all these ambidextrous features are not something you see on low-quality rifle models. Next, you have a mag release down here. This is the mag release on the right side, which drops this magazine out of the gun. And there's another one on the left side. So the magazine release is ambidextrous. Both of them function whether you're right or left-handed. Also, there's a fire selection lever right here. And this switch has automatic, semi-automatic, and safety, like most fire selection switches. But it's very firm, it's sturdy, it clicks into place, meaning that you're not going to be having it slip from one setting to the other accidentally. So that's going to hold up while you're out in the field. There's one on the left side again, and both of them function completely. Also another ambidextrous feature of this gun. The upper receiver, which runs from the stock all the way to the front, is full metal. It's this part that's sort of a darker bronze, more of a dark earth color. It's metal, which gives this gun really good heft and durability, and it just feels great. But the polymer lower receiver, the tan part that goes from the magazine well back to the stock, is polymer, which makes it a little bit more lightweight on the bottom, giving you that good balance so the whole gun's not too heavy, but it's also pretty sturdy. The rear sight is even more adjustable than the front sight, believe it or not. Again, it's flip up and flip down for that optic, as I mentioned before, but it's removable. You can use a hex key to unscrew this and slide it off the rail, so you can put an optic on that thing easier. The knob on the side here adjusts the sight from left to right. So the rear sight can be adjusted windage and elevation. If you turn the dial here, it raises and lowers the front sight, and if you turn the dial here, it moves it back and forth from left to right. So this is a completely adjustable metal sight attached to this rail. The only complaint I would have about it, it's a very high quality sight, but the hole there that you aim through is a little bit small on the rear sight, so it's slightly difficult to acquire targets quickly. That's why you might want to put a red dot on here, because you're going to be able to aim down sights a little bit easier. But other than that, it's a great sight. There's rear sling adapters by the stock, one on the right side and one on the left side again. So that's the fourth sling adapter, and it's perfect for however you want to orient your rifle sling with this gun. The stock is one of the greatest features of this gun. It is polymer, but it's completely adjustable. There's 3 adjustment settings. By pressing this black button, you can slide it out to full length, middle length, or completely collapsed. And it folds. This black button folds the whole stock over to the left side of the gun, or the right side of the gun. And there's a screw in there that if you turn with the 3mm hex key, the back of the stock will slide out, allowing you to get to the battery compartment if you want to insert bigger batteries that don't load as easily from the top. But that's not the only way to load a battery, because the cheek rest actually has a compartment beneath it. If you press this button on the left side, it raises up, showing you the battery compartment, and you can stick your 8.4 volt battery down through the top. This fits a 9.6 volt nunchuck or a 9.6 volt brick type in this battery compartment. And it's just a well-built stock. It feels good. The cheek rest is set to the right setting, and that adjustable stock is just a great feature. Last feature of this gun that I'm going to talk about on here is the butt pad. Now this is rubber, and I get it. Airsoft guns don't have recoil, guys, but hey, it feels great, it looks great, and it's textured rubber, so it sticks to your shoulder and gives you that grip, so it's not going to slip off when you're using it and when you're moving a lot. Alright, let's start the shooting test. I'll be using .25 gram BBs by ebike.com. Alright, here goes on semi-automatic first. Test the accuracy of this thing. Automatic. See the rate of fire on this thing. Alright guys, this is a great gun. Like I said, it's really affordable for a SCAR. It's made by Echo1, which is a great company. You get the good feel and the good heft of this awesome gun. It's got a well-textured grip for your hand, and it just feels great to use. It looks great because it's a SCAR L. And it's got that good heft that makes it feel really durable without adding too much weight. It has some awesome features like the removable flash hider, folding front and rear sights that are completely adjustable, foregrip, all the rail space, anything you could want on this gun. It's fully ambidextrous, adjustable stock, folding stock, great battery compartment. So that's a brief recap of some of the great features of this gun that make it such high quality, especially for the price. It has good FPS. With .25 gram BBs, it shoots between 400 and 420 FPS, and it has great rate of fire on automatic, as you saw from the shooting test. So in some future gameplay videos that I'll be bringing you guys and putting up on the channel, I will be using this gun, and you'll get to see it out in the field getting combat tested, hopefully me shooting some people, and this will definitely be in gameplay videos later. Until then, I'm Wolf from Wolfpack Airsoft, and I hope you enjoyed this review of the Echo1 ASC Mk16, or Echo1's version of the SCAR L.